Hello again. For the last 3 years, pupils from Woodfarm High School in East Renfrewshire have been competing on the global stage. They're part of a nationwide schools technology challenge, a competition which sees students design and build a high-tech remote-controlled car. Each year they've gone from strength to strength and now they're UK champions. Our reporter Amy Dunsmuir has been meeting the minds behind the machine.
It's not what usually comes to mind when you think of Jaguar or Land Rover. This radio-controlled four-wheel drive was designed and built in an East Renfrewshire classroom. It's all part of an international technology competition sponsored by the motoring giants. Pupils here at Woodfarm High School have spent the last year creating and perfecting their vehicle in order to compete on the world stage.
It can be quite difficult to try and just actually get past the design stage of saying these are the things that we would like to do in the challenge and this is what we're going to end up with, because it did take a long time for us to think, okay, well if we do that we'll have to compromise on this thing, and how will we be able to manage to get both of them to work at the same kind of a level appropriate for the challenge.
It wasn't just the technological side of the competition that the young people were involved in. They also had to source sponsorship from companies across the city.
We thought, great, what a project to be involved in. There's a shortage of skilled engineers in Scotland, and rather than being reactive like most of our competition, we thought let's do something proactive and help stem that shortage in the future. So that's why we got involved.
Despite a few bumps along the way, their hard work has paid off, as the pupils and staff can now call themselves UK champions.
I'd love to be a software developer when I'm older. It's given me good experience of what I think is sort of real life software development.
I think they really do develop the confidence in a team with the ability to stand in front of a whole audience of people, present ideas, communicate effectively. Just mainly the confidence, and also that ability to work as part of a team. You can see an evolution, and it is brilliant to see.
Plans have already started to be put in place for next year, where they're hoping to come out as overall winners. Amy Dunsmuir, STV News.
Well done to the pupils from Woodfarm High School. But they're not the only ones to have their work recognised, with the STEM award winners having also been announced. More than 500 young scientists and engineers from as far afield as Shetland and the Borders came together in Glasgow recently to showcase their work. From robots and hovercrafts to suspension bridges and chemical reactions, it's all part of a drive to encourage more youngsters to take up careers in sciences, technology, engineering and maths. And two of the winners join me now. Katie McKittrick, who's in Primary 6 at St Paul's in Whiteinch in Glasgow, and Tanine Fatima from Holyrood Secondary. Also here is Jane Martin, Programme Director for Young Engineers and Science Club Scotland. Welcome to you all. Thanks so much for coming into the studio. Katie, first of all, tell me about your project. What was it all about?
It was to build a renewable house with renewable features such as solar panels, wind turbines, water turbines, washing lines instead of tumble dryers, then bikes so you wouldn't burn so many fossil fuels off when you're driving your car.
Sounds fantastic, and that's the trophy right there as well. How did it feel when you found out you won?
Fabulous, it was really, really exciting.
And what do you think of the trophy itself?
It's
quite unusual, I'll give you that now. Haneen, tell me about your project and how you felt when you won.
So the challenge was to make a wave energy converter with, so we were provided copper wire and magnets, and the requirement was to float, so that was a challenge. And when I won, I was really surprised because I didn't think I had a chance, to be honest, so I was really surprised and really happy. Yeah.
The project itself, was it something you found quite challenging?
Yeah, it was really challenging, especially when you plan it out. You don't think that you'd have that many problems, and then when you do it, you realise the problems and the challenges that engineers have to face in real life. You actually get a feel for that.
And Jane, this is all about attracting kids into STEM subjects. Why is there a need for more youngsters in those subjects, and is it working?
Well, there's huge opportunities for young people that keep on their science subjects at school, so it's vitally important that physics, maths are in the equation if a young person wants to go off and have a career in science or engineering. So many sectors in Scotland are relying on bright, talented young people going into these areas: manufacturing, energy, renewables, life science, food and drink, IT, digital. There's really endless opportunities.
Well, we've already heard from Katie and Haneen. Let's hear for some more youngsters and why they enjoy the sciences.
We came came over here to show off our displays. We have enjoyed ourselves a lot. We've been doing a science club on a Thursday, and we've been learning about rocket science. Being in the Young Science Club is really fun. Like, you get to learn new things that other people won't know.
So Jane, explain a bit more about the Young Engineers and Science Clubs.
Yep. The Scottish Council for Development and Industry started the programme back in 1986. So over the last 30 years, particularly the last few years, we've really grown quite dramatically. We're now engaging over 1,300 schools across Scotland, from Shetland to Dumfries, everywhere in between. At our event on Friday, we had schools from the Western Isles, from Fife, from Aberdeen, from all parts of Scotland. We're all about trying to spark the interest in primary and keep that going so that young people don't have a fear of science when they enter secondary. They think it's fun, they think it's about problem solving, they think it's about helping people, and hopefully then make the subject choices that keep their career options open and don't narrow them down. We're also particularly keen to encourage more girls into engineering and science, because that currently is a problem, and particularly trying to encourage girls to study physics. So I was delighted when Haneen was telling me that she was very much studying physics and enjoying it as well.
So you've gone into these sciences and you're really enjoying it then?
Yeah, definitely, because I feel as though science is a subject that you can learn a lot of transferable skills as well, whether you go into it further or not, but you will get a lot of skills from it.
And Katie, what about you? What do you like about the sciences?
Well, there's lots of things to learn about science and it's really, really fun.
What do your classmates think of it?
Well, they really enjoy it as well, and it's something that our entire class love, and we're really excited when our teacher says that it's science.
And I mean, going into your career, do you see yourself in science and technology?
Yeah, really like a target and aim to go in physics and astronomy a lot. I'm really into that sort of stuff. Really interesting. Yeah.
Do you think there's a perception that perhaps it's not for girls, or?
Yeah, it's very. I feel as though it's indirectly discouraged, especially in the society. So it was challenging to come in sort of this in this sort of thing, because in the club that I went to, there was 2 groups full of boys, and it was only our group that was the female group. And I guess we proved that females can do a lot since we went in the highly commended. So
Jane, you must be absolutely thrilled that people like Katie and Haneen are getting so into these subjects.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. And I mean, we had so many young people that were as enthusiastic as the 2 girls here today. And importantly, we engage with many industry partners, which I think is really important as well, so that they actually can meet real engineers and scientists when they come along to these events. So we had 20 companies doing 3-minute hands-on challenges, which were very exciting. And
Katie, science isn't that scary, is it?
No.
That was fantastic. Anyway, thank you so much, Haneen, Katie and Jane, for coming in to talk about STEM. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow's programme at 10, and on World Blood Donor Day, we'll be hearing about a review of the donor selection guidelines. Men are currently excluded from giving blood if they have had sex with another man in the last 12 months, but campaign groups are urging experts to reconsider this 12-month exclusion. The Scottish National Blood Transfusion Service says making sure blood is as safe as possible is paramount.
There are a whole chunk of people across the country, gay men, bisexual men being one of them, who are able to safely give blood, as they do in other countries, but aren't able to give blood because the regulations we have at the minute are not based on science, they're based on an outdated view of the world.
They think the rules are wrong and that they're not based on risk when they are. It's not about discrimination, it's not about your sexual orientation. And the other reason that they don't tell us is actually because they don't think they've put themselves at risk.
Now remember, you can get in touch with us if there's a story you think we should know about or an issue you want us to highlight. You can contact any of our reporters by Facebook or on Twitter, and keep up to date with all the latest news on the STV News app. And that's it for the moment. From all of us here in the STV News team, enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye for now.